Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy, Super Mario.
Boss Lady J.
And you're tuned into Married2Media podcast. Today, what we're going to be doing is talking about different types of digital media tools to create the different forms of digital media for your brand, your business, entrepreneurship, and all that other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Content creators, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing to create digital media, we're going to talk about some tools. Now, we're not going to cover everything that's out there because there's a lot of stuff out there. Ain't that right?
It is. It's a lot.
Yeah, man, but we're going to definitely cover, you know what I'm saying, some highlighted different types of tools. Now, we have this broken down into 3 different type of sections. In our opinion, we think these will help you get off your feet and at least get your stuff out there and get the ball rolling on what you're trying to do or whatnot. And what we're going to cover is graphic design software. We're going to cover video editing type software. And we're going to cover
project management.
Yeah, believe it or not, project management tools, it may not sound like something that you can create digital media with, but it will help you stay organized.
Organization.
And keep up with the different type of projects that you have, especially, you know, saying if you have a lot of stuff going on and whatnot. So, how was your week, Boss Lady? By the way?
It was pretty effective.
Pretty
Busy,
effective?
yes. Got a lot of stuff done.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? I know you work in the education sector and everything like that.
Yes.
It's a little busy, huh?
It's been busy. Yep. Getting ready for testing.
Getting ready for testing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all gonna watch them kids with those digital media tools and everything? Make sure they don't cheat.
Watch across the board. Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up. For myself, it's been kind of, you know, busy as well and stuff, man. Just a lot of different types of AV. AV is definitely a high demand out there in the workforce or whatnot. So, yeah, buddy. So let's get up in here and let's talk about these digital media tools because we got a lot to cover in this podcast episode. So, graphic design software. Boss Lady J, talk to me, man. What type of graphic design software it is?
The first one I'm gonna talk about is Adobe Photoshop.
Adobe Photoshop. Okay, talk to me about Adobe Photoshop. I know about Adobe Photoshop, but what, give us
Adobe Photoshop is pretty much a popular software. It falls under Adobe Creative Cloud. A lot of people use this for, editing, photos or flyers. You can manipulate digital images and things like that. This is used worldwide with photographers, digital artists, and actually graphic designers use this tool a lot.
Okay. All right, cool. And excuse me. So Photoshop, is there any alternatives to Photoshop that, that they have out there? Kind of
yes, they have like a Adobe Illustrator, but that's going to be more like advanced.
Okay.
Just starting out, Photoshop is a lot to learn in the actual Photoshop. So Adobe Illustrator is more advanced, is more of a vector. So the vector is pretty much often used to create like logos, icons, and things like that. So if you have an image and you need it, a lot of time people come and they need something resized.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If they don't have the vector file, that defeats the whole purpose, because if you try to enlarge a logo that was done like in Photoshop or something like that, it's pixels. It's not going to look as crisp and clear.
Oh, okay.
So you have to have a vector file, and in order to do a vector file, you have to create that in Adobe Illustrator.
Oh, okay. So kind of like for what kind of industry you use that Illustrator in mostly?
You use it in anything, pretty much. Anything like people who are trying to do branding. You can use it in digital marketing. A client might give you a logo that is not up to par. So you might have to redesign that and create a vector for it. Vector can be used for like the billboards.
Oh, okay.
So you can size it up that size without it losing its quality.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
So
all right.
pretty much anybody can use really Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator.
Okay, all right, cool. What else you got? What
Yeah,
else?
Sketch. Sketch is also a vector graphic editor as well.
Okay.
It's used for designing things like on the website, like web pages.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's a little more, advanced too. It's a popular among like web developers and web designers.
Okay, cool.
Next, we have Figma. Figma is a web-based interface that is used for designers to help collaborate with like team members.
Okay.
So if you have like different projects going on, you can communicate with them, or you should be able to design and share it with them.
Okay. All right, gotcha.
And then last is Canva. Of course, everybody heard of Canva.
Okay, that's for the po folks right there. You know what I'm saying?
Canva is actually used across the board.
Yeah.
With everybody in education, small businesses,
Right.
entrepreneurs, content creators, photographers, videographers,
Yeah.
and the list goes on and on. Or just random people that just doing posts.
Oh,
That
okay.
as well. But Canva is known as a graphic design tool, and it is used for like graphics, social media, presentations, and any kind of marketing tools as well.
I wanted to kind of like talk about Canva, because I think a lot of the ones that you listed before or is just basically saying for the pro, but I think Canva is more for the all-round person.
All-around person. I would recommend starting off with Canva.
Okay, that's good. If
you don't have a background in graphic design or anything like that, I would start off with Canva to get yourself familiar with it.
Yeah.
When you start off with Canva, they actually have like templates you can actually use, but then it gets to the point where you can start adding things into it and creating it from scratch.
Okay, so and with Canva, you get a lot of different choices that you can do, like saying, like you said, with the Instagram thing, post.
It also have like I'm sorry if you haven't been in there, but if you need a post for like Instagram posts, Instagram stories, YouTube banner.
Oh yeah,
Thumbnails, yeah. So anything that you need, business cards. Some people are actually creating resumes on it. They say not to use that to create resumes, but
e-courses, digital books,
ebooks,
and that's why Canva killing it right now.
And actually, a lot of people are using it in education now. In the education sector,
crazy.
Did
you mention websites?
You can use it to make websites as well.
See what I'm saying, y'all? See what I'm saying? That's crazy. I think, and there's a lot of different type of competitors for Canva out there. I know Adobe, Adobe Express is Canva's one of their competitors.
Adobe Spark.
They changed the name. They rebranded.
Oh, to
Express. Yeah, that's why when I went in my iPhone and I had Spark there, and they changed it, so they rebranded, and they ain't tell nobody. They just rebranded or whatnot. There's another one too called Pixelite or something like that. It's Pixelite is real good. That one is just another competitor out there that just kind of keeping up with Canva. So, but we just gonna focus on Canva. Canva is really, really powerful. And in my opinion, I think it's worth the $15 a month to move up to that pro. But I would recommend only moving up there if you like on a week out basis, if you use Canva to create your content and whatnot. All right, cool, man. High five there, boss lady, for giving us all of that right there, man. Cool deal. So we're gonna move on to another form of digital media tools to create your different type of media. We're gonna talk about video editing. So, boss lady J.
So there's you're gonna do the top 5.
Top 5? Because there's so many out there.
So many out there.
You can use your iPad to video edit.
Your phone.
Of course, your laptop. I mean, so it's, saying on the mobile side, there's a lot, what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people are using, I'll say it's a 50-50 toss between the PC and the mobile for as video editing to create your video content, right?
Yeah.
It's a toss up, but we're going to kind of focus on primarily the PC, and then we'll name off some mobile devices that can give you video editing tools as well. Go ahead, boss lady.
So a lot of people, professional grade video editors use Adobe Premiere Pro.
That's the big dog.
Yes.
That's the big dog right
He's
there.
on top. This is used pretty much worldwide in the industry. It offers a wide range of advanced features such as multicam editing, color grading, audio editing, and motion graphics. To
talk about Premiere Pro, I know there's been a lot of rumors because we do video editing for as Jack's Creative Media is concerned, and out there in the video community, Adobe Premiere is up there, but there has been a lot of lack of support for the program, for the software. It's very buggy. There's a lot of things that, kind of hang up with, Premiere Pro glitch, saying buggy. It just randomly turn off and stuff like that.
Yes.
And they're not addressing the problem. And a lot of people are reverting to number 2 and number 3 on her list. Go ahead and read off number 2.
Number 2 is Final Cut Pro X.
Yes, that is a Mac-based program. So if you have a Mac computer system, it only works on Mac, not PC. Just to let you guys know. Go ahead.
And it pretty much just does the same thing as Adobe Premiere Pro.
Right.
So if you have an Apple product, Apple Mac operating system, then most people are going to use the Final Cut Pro. If you have don't have those, then most people tend to use the Adobe Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
Number 3 is going to be DaVinci Resolve, which people have been doing a lot of talking about recently about that. It's been up and down, going with Premiere Pro for the past couple of years. It is a professional video editing software as well. It includes a powerful color grading system. The biggest thing is when you're doing video editing, color grading is a must have.
Yeah. And let me kind of pause you right there about DaVinci Resolve again. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, with the color grade, it's off the chain. You know what I'm saying? I kind of played around with it, and there's a free version. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
So you can use DaVinci Resolve totally free. I think the difference is you don't get like the audio editing capabilities as they offer with the paid version. But you get pretty much, you get 75% of the full-blown software for free or whatnot. And I think that's really, really awesome. Final Cut, I'm not exactly sure about Final Cut. I can't really talk about the pricing. Adobe Premiere, though. You want me to let them know about Adobe Premiere and the pricing?
I don't know.
So Adobe Premiere, Adobe gets you in the subscription loophole.
Bundles, too.
And, tell them about the subscription and everything like that.
They have different types of subscription. I know that they offer Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop. Those are the 2 most popular ones that they use.
Kind of like a photography bundle. Yeah.
And they also offer specials for students.
Yeah, they got a student education discount, something like that.
Student discount, and then they also offer the overall where you get everything. Adobe.
Yeah.
So that's where you hear about the Adobe Creative Cloud, which the Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Express, the Premiere Pro.
You got the media encoder that can kind of convert the different video codecs and everything.
And what that is, explain to them what the video.
So media encoder is kind of like if you have, let's say, I'm not exactly sure if you guys know about your iPhone, but if you record video on your iPhone, we're familiar with this codec called MP4, where MP4 comes in this hidden codec called a H.264. And your iPhone can record MP4s, but then there's also this thing called a H.265, and it's kind of like a different type of MP4 and everything like that. So if you get your iPhone video and it gives you an MP4 for whatever reason, far as how you got your phone set up or whatever the case may be, it's going to be a H.265, and you pull it up in your video editing software, it doesn't want to read. Well, you have to use something like media encoder to convert that to the H.264 MP4. So that's where it kind of gets a little crazy in the, video editing world or whatnot. But media encoder, just basically it converts, different forms of video codecs and everything like that. Now, what I was going to get to was that with Adobe Premiere Pro on the pricing, you can't buy it outright.
Oh, wow.
You can't buy it outright. you have to get on one of those subscription plans. And it seems like the only subscription plan is the all-in-one subscription that Adobe has. And how much is that a month? Like, give or take?
It's like $40, I believe, a month. The last time I checked, but that's been a while.
So what? 12 times 4. I wasn't real good in math, but 12 times 4 is what? $480.
480.
About $480. Mm-hmm. So basically, you're paying about $480 in subscription a year just to use maybe one or two products out of the 12 to 15 products that they offer in the all-in-one bundle. But if you're only using Lightroom and Adobe Premiere Pro, then come on, Adobe. Y'all got to start opening up your product so people can use the video editing. But I think that's a stronghold in order to keep people, locked into that subscription. But I may be wrong. Boss Lady J just went over here and she just discovered something. So talk to me about the pricing, Adobe pricing.
So right now, Creative Cloud, all apps is $39.99 a month, which is normally $54.99. They're running a limited time offer right now. And it includes all of the apps that's part of it, like Acrobat Pro, Photoshop, Premiere Pro, Illustrator, Adobe Express, After Effects.
I forgot about After Effects.
InDesign, Lightroom, Audition, Animate, InCopy, Dreamweaver, Adobe Stock.
Okay, so I see something right there with Premiere Pro. What is that price right there a month?
Premiere Pro by itself is $20.99 a month.
Okay, so we can basically use Premiere Pro a month, and
they give you a 30-day trial as well.
So they must have changed that like within the last year or two, and I may be wrong, but
only for Adobe Shop. They giving a 30-day free trial once you buy a Premiere Pro, and you get a 30-day trial for it with Adobe Stock. So they're throwing in Adobe Stock, which is similar to the Adobe Express and the Canva.
Okay. All right, cool. So they kind of changed some pricing within the last 1 to 2 years. I know we were paying for the Creative Cloud, all bundle and everything like that. And the last time I checked on it, Adobe Premiere really wasn't by itself and whatnot. So that's good options. So I stand corrected on that, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
And then this is all for individuals because they have 4 different ones.
Okay.
You have the Photoshop and Lightroom that they're advertising for $19.99 a month.
Okay.
But there's 4 different plans. You have the individual plan, you have the business plan. The business plan only offers 2 different options. And since we're talking a lot about businesses, Creative Cloud for the business is $84.99.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure you'll have access to give that to the people that's on your team.
Yeah.
And then just to do a single app is $35.99 per use.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And then when you get to the student and teacher, you have the Creative Cloud all app for $19.99 a month.
Okay. So students, you know what I'm saying? You got to verify your education. You know what I'm saying? Your education.
You have to have a school email address in order for it to work.
Gotcha. So you get that school email address. Yes, sir.
And then the last one is for, schools and universities, which you have to call to get like a institute-wide license based for, students and faculty access.
That's cool. So yeah, they definitely changed their pricing. So I stand corrected on that, y'all, or whatnot. So that's what's up. But yeah, to get back onto DaVinci Resolve though, it is definitely free. But if you want to pay for it in full, get the whole full version of DaVinci Resolve. I think it's like $299, basically $300 outright. You know what I'm saying? Get all the future updates and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And what else you got?
Got 2 more.
Got 2 more, y'all. Sorry about that.
We have the Avid Media Composer, which is also similar as the other ones. They is video editing in the film and television industry.
Yeah,
most people use that one more for movies and things like that, or television shows.
Right.
And then the last one is Hit Film Pro.
Film.
Yes, and it's offer composition, visual effects, audio editing. But the difference in this one is it includes a powerful 3D composition system.
Yeah, they use it a lot for virtual effects and stuff like that. So definitely heard of Hit Film. It's pretty good, or whatnot. But they use it mostly for visual effects or whatever. Real quick, you know what I'm saying? I know we're up against time. Mobile apps. What were some mobile apps that you use to do video editing or whatnot?
I used Premiere Rush. Adobe Rush.
Okay, Adobe Rush. Oh yeah, that comes.
I don't even know if they still have that anymore, do they?
I think they still support that.
They do,
But it's a scaled down mobile version of Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
And it works pretty good. It's a little slow. The last time I used it on the Galaxy Note, the last
3,
Note.
wasn't it?
No, the last Note phone. What is it? The Note 20. Note 20.
Oh yeah, Note 20.
Yeah, we were using on Note 20. It was pretty good. I didn't even bother when I switched over to iOS. I ain't even bother with it or whatnot, man. Another one, far as mobile apps that you can use to do video editing for all you mobile users out there is iMovie. You have Filmora. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry, not Filmora. That's another PC thing. But iMovie, InShot. CapCut. Okay, a lot of people using CapCut for social media,
especially Instagram and TikTok.
KineMaster and LumaFusion. Now, LumaFusion is really, really good. It's basically used on the iPad or whatnot. But check those names out. And for the budget people out there, you know what I'm saying, if you don't want to pay like a lot of money for video editing software, some low cost options as well is Filmora and Movavi. Just to name a couple, I know there's Cybershot movie. I think it's like Movie Director or something like that. But the ones I would recommend is Filmora and Movavi. Movavi is really, really good. We're using it right now on a couple of video effects to edit our YouTube videos and everything like that. And Movavi really has it going on. They have a really good effects store, by the way. All right, cool. So video editing by itself, we could talk all day about it.
All day.
But we're going to keep the ball moving and whatnot. We're going to go to project management tools. Now, the reason why we put this on here, it's not necessarily creating, but it's creating a habit to get your digital media tools out there. You got to have a habit of staying on time, being consistent, keeping up with your projects, and understanding where you at, you know what I'm saying, with all the commotion going on with creating, you know what I'm saying, different projects, putting projects in place, and even creating, you know, the graphics and the video editing and whatnot. Yep. So what are some of those project management tools?
You have again, we're gonna just talk about 5.
Okay, all right, cool,
real quick.
Cool.
Yeah, Trello is used for individual and team and business organizing projects.
Okay, Trello.
You have Asana, which is also a popular project management.
Very popular.
It's very similar to Trello.
Yeah. Now, and not to cut you off right there, but Trello is kind of like a Kanban type of methodology of organization. So you have these boards, people. So just imagine yourself having a board. It's a whiteboard, right? And you have these cards, and one column says to do, another column says working on, and then another column says completed. And you have underneath those 3 columns, you have these different cards, and one card may be a task. And what that allows you to do is move that task from to do to in progress or working on. And then if you finish that, you move that card to complete it. So it gives you a visual representation of multitasking and putting things in a certain order. That way you can keep up with what's going on or whatnot. So it's kind of like a Kanban situation, but that's what Trello is. Asana, I really don't have too much on Asana.
Asana is used a lot. Like I said, it's popular project management. So a lot of corporations use Asana. The good thing about this, you can create tasks and you can assign them to your team members.
Okay, cool.
Trello, you just, you create it and you use it individually, but this one is used to share among, the people that's on your team.
Okay.
A lot of collaboration work with that and multiple projects at the same time.
Gotcha.
You have Slack. Slack is a messaging platform.
Yeah.
It is used to communicate and collaborate in real time.
Kind of like more of a team effort type of situation. Okay, gotcha.
And then you have, of course, we went back to Canva.
Okay.
Canva is a graphic design tool that is used, to help with project management.
Yeah, it can kind of like with Canva, it can kind of give you project management on the graphic design situation because you can add team members to it or whatnot, and you guys can actually design while the other person is looking at it. So
you can share.
Yeah.
So if I work on something and I might need Super Mario's input, then I can share it with him, and he can be able to pull it up from his end and be like, hey, what you think?
Live. Live. So, you know, if I'm in Texas and she's in Alabama, you know what I'm saying, and she's like, I want to design something real quick, I can log in. Why? Because we're on the same team. I can log in. She could be already logged in. She can make a change, and depending on your internet speed and everything, as soon as she make that change, maybe 2-3 seconds later, you will see that change on mobile and PC. So that's really, really good. That's why we wanted to throw it in there, because we already mentioned Canva as a graphic design software.
You have the I believe you have the last two.
Okay, yeah, the last two, and it's a whole bunch of them. So I'm just gonna add, you know what I'm saying, more to it. But you want the last two?
Yeah, just you can add some more to it.
Okay. Monday.com is a really, really good one. You kind of see that more in the corporate field and everything like that, more in the work environment. But Monday.com is really good project management tool. And the last one, I would have to say, I got a whole bunch of them on here. I say ClickUp.
Oh, okay. What you like about ClickUp?
ClickUp is what we using right now. ClickUp is really fresh. And you know why I like ClickUp?
Why you like ClickUp?
Out of all the ClickUp always updating. They're always fixing, or they always adding some type of feature. But it's really, really simple to use.
So it's pretty much always improving.
Yes, they're always improving. And that's one of the things you want to look at. Anything in your digital media tools, look at how the company is improving stuff. Like Adobe Premiere Pro, they ain't really improving nothing too much. But the DaVinci Resolve, they always got a lot of updates as well. So yeah, ClickUp, and I'm gonna throw some honorable mentions out there. You got stuff like Hootsuite for social media platform, social media project management. So if you have clients and you're a social media manager, you can look into Hootsuite, Buffer, Vista Social is another one, and Akoya is another project management situation as well, and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's a whole bunch of them. And I wanted to talk about repurposed content tools, but we gonna say that, you know what I'm saying, later on or whatnot. You got SEO tools out there for marketing. We can talk about that too, but we're gonna say that right there. And then we also talk about copyright tools. Yep. But we're gonna say that right there. Hint chat GPT. But we're gonna say that right there or whatnot, man. So that's basically what we have for you guys today. Or whatnot. I know we kind of rushed through it and everything like that. And I know it's more that you guys want to ask us about digital media tools or whatnot. So if you got any questions, you can always feel free to shoot us an email to our email at
admin at JAX Creative CREATIVE Media MEDIA.com.
Okay, and we'll make sure we put that in the graphic below us or above us or something like that. And also we'll have that in the description as well, man. So if you got any questions, feel free to email us. On top of that, man, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, Boss Lady J. I know we got some things to do and everything like that, but we just want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode right here on Married2Media podcast and everything like that. We're gonna come to you guys with a really, really good third episode, and I think y'all think y'all gonna like it, but we're gonna, you gotta stay tuned and whatnot, man. So make sure you check us out on all platforms where you get your podcast at. Top 3 is Google. Actually, Google is number 1. I did some research, you know what I'm saying, with an SEO tool, you know what I'm saying. But Google is
number 1.
Number 1. Guess who number 2 is?
Oh.
Apple Podcast number 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess who number 3 is?
Spotify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the top 2, and then it kind of dwindles after that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the top 3. Yeah.
But I was very shocked that Google Podcast was number 1. I was talking like I was thinking Apple or Spotify was number 1, but Google is number 1.
I just thought Spotify was number 1.
Okay, yeah, man. But I did some research on SEO too, to see who was number 1, and Google was number 1. So make sure you go check us out on all those different platforms and whatnot. I'm gonna let Boss Lady J give us our social media handles. What's our Instagram there? I'll put her on the spot. Yeah, she don't like that, y'all.
You can follow us on Instagram at JAX Creative Media, You can find us on Facebook at Jack's Creative Studios with a S. You can also find us on our website at jackscreativemedia.com. And
we're gonna try to get involved, get our podcast involved with TikTok and everything like that. So what's our TikTok?
It's at Jack's Creative Media.
All right, she handles the TikTok. I kind of handle the other things, but we're gonna try to make our TikToks, and we ain't gonna be doing all that. What's that?
The dancing and things like that.
We ain't gonna be doing all of that, but
we're gonna try to give y'all some information on digital media and things like that, and how we use it. Maybe show you some behind the scenes from time to time of the things that we do and how we get prepared. And even sometimes feedback from a client. Yes.
So with that being said, man, we just appreciate you guys tuning in to the Married2Media podcast. Definitely follow us on all our social media handles. We'll make sure we have that in the descriptions, and also give you a graphic as well for us, a QR code, to make sure you go check us out as well, man. And again, we just want to say thank you for tuning in, and saying it's always a blessing for you guys to help you guys understand the digital media to its full effect. Ain't that right, babe?
That's right.
All right, cool, man. This is your boy Supa Mario,
and I'm Boss Lady J,
and you've been in tune with Married2Media podcast, man. We up out of here, man. Y'all have a blessed one.
Bye.